All right, what is up, my marketing aficionados? So hey, let's get to you guys because honestly, I tell this to everyone and I give them their pros and their cons and stuff. But without a good sales pitch and without a good visualization to your product or service, it ain't gonna go anywhere, right? So marketing now is really when it kind of really punches in. So let's start looking at a few things on that one. So just the schedule, we know right now we've kind of moved away from market research, customer research, and we're moving into more the full business plan and writing it and things like that, and then doing the infographics on it. So we do know the full business plan. You have a copy of that in yours, so we look like that, and you would start writing your stuff in there. But let's look at the student example real quick and just take a gander at this and kind of see the loopholes in it and what I want you to see in this one, that maybe how we can really change on that one. So for example, business description here, one of them. Very well written, right? Very good points to it. 2 pages, right? Pretty easy to read overall. The only problem with this is it's not, I mean, correct me if I'm wrong in this one, but it's just not as stimulating as it could be in that one, right? So just by putting a simple infographic, even if you were to put something like here and then let the writing happen to the side of it, that would be more appropriate and that would be more visually stimulating on that one. So if we just look at simple things here, just typed in infographic business plan, like how could you make something small, little like that? It doesn't necessarily have to be a massive flyer. It doesn't always have to be a timeline like this, but how could it be something that is like this, inserted in your business plan, maybe part of it here, so that way you write about it a little bit, but you also show some visual power to it. Why I'm saying that is because on the operations side, I'm really pushing them to, there's this balance between, it's called UX and UI. UX is the user experience, UI is the user interface. So right now, obviously, their job is to focus on the user interface and make the user interface. You guys are more the experts on the user experience, right? What you're trying to sell to potential customers and clients on what they're going to get from your thing, right? And eventually, for a successful company to exist, the UX and the UI must match, right? So basically, if you were to look at it like this, these things need to match up in it, or else you won't be a good company, and let's be honest, you won't sell anything and you won't make money, right? And the whole reason we're doing this is for you guys to be awesome and make that. So what we really want to push hard is on the infographic making of things. You don't necessarily have to, like I've said many times, it doesn't have to be the detailed one, although the detailed ones are very nice in that one. We just need to have some bit of this inserted in your business plan, and I would probably do more than 2 or 3, right? And why I say this, again, let's scroll down a little bit and look at this. This here, market segmentation and key market factors, great research done here. You could tell on that. It is just very boring. So how could you take this data and put it into an infographic like that? Maybe a portrait, not so much a landscape mode. Do something like that. That might sell a little better. Stimulating. Even this, good data, great usage on it. How though could you make this better? This looks very 1990s. Microsoft just came out, and we're at the age right now too, and we're at the point in our entrepreneurship endeavors that this is not going to be impressive for the fact that you made it, right? A lot of people just do that. They think a graph will suffice because you put data together and you made a graph. One, you guys are way too old and way too accomplished for that to exist. So people are going to want to look at the quality of it, not just the fact that you did it. So even this one, for example here, how could you maybe take this and put this into a bit more of a logoed infographic feel per se in that one? And we keep going, SWOT analysis, right? If we were to look up here, this is probably one where I would think you guys can take it over. So let's see a SWOT infographic and see. Yep, I would sure think SWOT has a lot of them. So just be honest with me. Would you much rather look at this versus this? Of course you would. Any day of the week, you would definitely take that. So that's what I'm saying in that is let's really push for things like this that really pop versus this boring stuff here that can be a little mundane and boring to read. And honestly, if you have a 23-page business plan, you don't want to lose them on page 14 because they'll just stop. So I hope that has helped you a little bit. I'm here for you in anything, so if you want to jump in on the Zoom calls, you can. But again, we really want to get ourselves infography, and it's your job in this one to really prioritize that and push that. Good luck, guys.